Let's talk today about how to secure the win in Warzone 2 once you get to that end game. Look, actually clutching the dub in Warzone 2 can be tough. So I've got 3 different end game clips here that we're going to break down. And throughout those clips, there's 3 things that I want to focus on: positioning, patience, and gas plays. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, clip number 1 here is all about positioning. And the first thing that you're going to notice here is we have one of those split circles where they're going to merge. So we've kind of got 3 different areas that we need to focus on. Area number 1 is people rotating from Al Mazrah City. Area number 2 is people rotating from this area right here, kind of out in the open a little bit. And area number 3 is going to be people rotating from Hydroelectric. Now, a little bit of backstory here, just to give you a little bit of intel. We've rotated from Hydroelectric up towards this area, so we know that there are teams over there. When we look at the ideal position, there's 3 things that you want to think about. And if you've been subscribed to me, you know I always talk about this. In circles, obviously the most important thing. With cover, then power position. Power position is not the most important thing. Cover is, because you need somewhere to go if you need to heal up, replay, or maybe you even get knocked. You can easily crawl back into a building or something like that, and then self-revive or get revived or whatever it may be. So in circle with cover is the most important thing. And then, yes, we want to think about that power position. And we're going to consistently go back to that throughout these 3 clips. Right here, another thing that I do want to mention, guys, is I have 7 kills right now. I'm going to finish with 15. Endgame is a great opportunity to be able to pick up a lot of kills. And when I look at this, why did we rotate? Well, we rotated to get into a better spot to hold all of these people out of Hydroelectric. And what you'll see is, because these people are rotating with no cover, they have no car or anything like that, which, by the way, vehicles are great to use for Endgame. We'll talk about that in another clip. Vehicles are great to rotate with because it allows you to rotate quicker, allows you to rotate safer, and it allows you to get into zone a little bit easier. But what's going to end up happening as we kind of speed this up a little bit is we're just going to hold all of these people out of circle. You're going to see just how many people there are rotating in, and all we have to do is really wait for them and execute. All we've got to do is just sit here, wait for them to push into us, and then we've got to hit our shots. And I think we pick up like 4 or 5 kills right here. Perfect. There's 2, and watch the patience right here. We're gonna let them get to the point of no return. Wait, now they're out in the open, right? There's nothing they can do. We're on the same page with our communication when it comes to team shotting, and those guys are dead. There's 2 kills right there. Now we go ahead. I'm expecting more people to be rotating here, and we do need to talk about rotations here in a second. Edu's gonna go ahead and hit shots right there. That guy's dead. We picked up another kill. There's 3 kills as a squad. Now we've got this team. This team, it has a little bit of cover. They're not in a great spot. The other thing that I will say is, because I have so much cover here, I can challenge this a little bit more aggressive, right? I'm down to 1 plate, but I can actually challenge this. Now, once again, we take a look at in circle with cover, then power position. Well, we're out of circle right now, and I always want to try to rotate early. I'm not too worried about those kills right now. If I can get a thirst, let's go ahead and take him out. But if not, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to go ahead and push over there. Now, you're going to see this flip right here. We get high alerted. We're going to plate up. We've got 25 seconds till zone moves, and this gets absolutely chaotic. Now, right in this moment, I'm looking at in circle with cover, so we want to try to find a building, then power position. Now, I pinged this building right here. I'm not fully aware of what building this is going to be. And what I'll tell you is that that is going to be the highest building on this map, right? So we're going to go ahead and keep pushing over, and it's going to be the highest building that we can find. If this was the highest building that I could find, I'd go ahead and try to take that. The other benefit of rotating early is, if there is a team here, we have plenty of time to fight that before everybody else is rotating in. Maybe somebody's trying to hold us out of zone. Okay, well, now we're in a good spot because we have plenty of time to deal with that before we get pushed by gas. Other thing that I want you to notice is we do not have any gas masks here. So we got to keep that in mind, that we're not going to be able to make a gas play. I mean, we can if we take a little bit of damage, but, we're not really going to be able to use our gas mask. So now we can hold everybody out of zone. Here we go. Round 2 again, right? In circle with cover, then power position. And there's going to be a bunch of people that have to rotate into zone. And when you put yourself in this best position possible, not only will you be able to get more kills, but one thing that I notice a lot of you struggle with is the lobbies actually kind of stay pretty healthy. Once again, we're not going to push that. Why? Well, because there's no need to give up our power position. We just got a really good circle pull. It's closing on us. We don't have to move. We've just got to protect this building. A lot of times the lobby stays healthy because you're not actually trying to get kills. You know, you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the end game becomes this absolute chaos where you're trying to fight a bunch of people. Pause for a second. This team makes a brutal mistake. Now, that team's in a good spot, right? They don't have the highest ground possible, but they've got a lot of cover. So if one of them goes down, they can go ahead and revive. Listen to me. Do not just start precisioning and clustering buildings. They're going to precision us. Then it's either a precision or, let's see, I think it's another precision right here as we kind of go to challenge, right? Let's see. Maybe we get a few more kills here and then they go to precision. Yep, there's another kill right there. So we're down to, there's the precision airstrike again. All that's going to happen, guys, is we're going to keep pushing into this building, and the only time you should use a precision airstrike or a mortar strike. And let's take this example right here where they go to mortar us. There's the mortar. Okay, so the mortar would buy them time to rotate. So in trios right here, if one of them stays on this building, there's a ladder on this backside. So if they mortar us and they know that we just have to sit in this stairwell, two of them can push up to this roof and challenge. So the precisions and the mortars allow you to kind of push up and try to get that power position if you can. But right here, guys, they're trying to get kills. They're not going to be able to get a down and a thirst on us because they can't shoot us. Now watch how I use it here in a second. Let's go ahead and fast forward here. By the way, mortar strikes, it's 4 mortars per strike, and there's 4 strikes, so it's 16 total. So we're able to time this. I get high alerted. Now right here, watch how I play this. This time, I get the down, and then I immediately precision because they have, you know, that's going to thirst. That should thirst that guy. Now, look at our circle rotation right here. What's the first thing that you notice? I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. First thing that I notice right here is this is your power position right here, right? So if we can get this rooftop, we should have cover and we should have power position. Top of buildings is going to give you a lot of cover. More times than not, if you have the high ground, you're going to have cover, but not always. And I'll show you this in clip number 2. This next one coming up, I'll show you a situation where high ground, you don't really have cover. Now, as soon as this starts to creep up and we're able to open up and not take damage with gas, we're going to go ahead and rotate over. Once again, in circle with cover, then power position. Now we just got to execute. We break that guy right there. By the way, we're already +5 kills. There's +6 kills during this end game. Everybody's got to rotate to us. There's another one. We break that, or we just tagged that guy a little bit. We tag that guy. We've got +7 kills right now. And all of a sudden, what do you know right here? Just like that, guys, we are down to a 1v3 situation or a 3v1. We have all of the advantage. We just got to find this last guy. And this is where, because we are getting so many kills being in that ideal spot, we don't have to worry about these hectic end games where there are still 5 teams left and 12 people. You know, this is down. This is down to nobody. Last guy's right here. We're going to go ahead and challenge. So remember, we're going to continue to focus on in circle with cover, then power position. Let's go ahead and jump into clip number 2 here. Now, I love this second clutch right here because it's just a pretty straightforward clutch. The biggest thing that we're going to focus on is my patience throughout this end game, but we're also going to be focusing on positioning, you know, in circle with cover, then power position. We're also going to be focusing on my rotations, and we've got a little bit of a gas play here. The main gas clip is going to be clip number 3, so make sure you stick around for that one. That one is an epic clutch. Now, real quick right here, I'm going to get this question in the comments. Let me just address. Why do I shoot that back tire? For some reason, I don't know why this is the case. This car actually handles better when you shoot out the back left tire. Don't believe me? Try it next time you play. It handles significantly better. The traction, it turns much easier. Now, when we talk about rotations, guys, this is the situation that we caught a lot of people in last game, right? Rotating out in the open. I am going to ignore everything going on around me. Yes, you saw bird's eye right there. This was when I still have bird's eye, but I'm going to ignore everything around me and focus on getting to this high ground, right? When we talk about our high ground, that is where we want to be, and I know that there's plenty of cover at Observatory. Not sure if I mentioned this. This is duos with a random teammate, and unfortunately, I just don't have enough money. I'm never going to be able to get him back, so this clutch is going to be fully on me. We're trying to get up the hill, right? And I know that there's people up here. I mean, there's bird's eye for you, but like, look at this, right? We got 2 cars right here. There's got to be people around here somewhere. So I know that I should be able to hold a decent amount of people out of circle, especially towards this buy station area. But when we talk about patience, there's a kill right there. Yep, there's a kill right there. I've got 13, by the way. I'm going to finish with 19 here and the dub. So I think we pick up 6. I think it's 19. We pick up a bunch of kills and the dub. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of keep waiting for a little bit. I'm going to hold my ground here. I'm going to play patient in the sense that I don't want to give away my location. I just want to play a little bit quiet, wait for this next circle, which is one of the biggest tips that I can give you, which is just sometimes it's okay to wait for the next circle. Now, right here, because I have plenty of cover and I kind of have this head glitch, this is where I'm looking to pick up some kills. I know there's people going to be rotating around here because there were people at the buy station. There was a bunch of people over at Observatory, but I'm just going to play a little bit patient and I'm just going to see what I can find. I do want to try to get some kills here and try to shrink the lobby a little bit. I'm also trying to clear this side from all these people, right? I don't want these people rotating behind me. So look at my cover. Look how careful I'm playing with my cover right here. I'm just super careful. I'm not trying to overexpose myself to where somebody could see me. And all of a sudden, we're going to get some people rotating here in a second. Try to see what I can find. And you can see I'm just barely looking over that edge. There's a down right there. There's a down right there. We don't take that much damage. And then I get sniped from Observatory, from top Observatory, like up here, right? So I've got to be really careful at this point. I'm down to pretty much low plates, and I do have a durable gas mask. So what do we do here? Let's slow this down, right? I'm going to try to peek a little bit, trying to see what I can find. I know that there's got to be people rotating over. So what you notice right here is I'm trying to basically, and I might be a little bit off, I'm trying to use this little shack as cover. I'm trying to use, if we go back right here, I'm trying to use this little dome, this one right here, the little one that you just saw up top, this one. I'm trying to put a straight line between the sniper, this dome, and me, and use that as my cover. So I know I've got to be careful. I, of course, still have some plates, but I want to try to get these kills right here. We're able to get the down and the thirst right there, and now we can go ahead and start to rotate. But we continue. Yep, there's a thirst right there. We've still got 13 other people left, and I know these people have to rotate, but I'm giving up my cover there, right? I'm kind of rotating out in the open if I try to keep pushing that. So this is where we start to really talk about patience. Patience with trigger discipline, patience with letting other teams fight. Sometimes when you are alone, when you're the last person on your squad, you have to let the lobby fight each other and then just kind of third party everybody as much as you can. Try to limit that lobby, limit the amount of people that can shoot you. We see one flying in. You can see the patience. I'm not shooting yet. We're just going to keep kind of playing this. I know that I have durable that I can use. Durable gives me a ton of time to be able to play gas and just wait for these people, because I know that there's at least a full team of there. Based on where circle is, it's got to be at least a team above me. And we still have what? We've got 5 other teams, 9 other people. So most of the lobby right now is going to be full duos besides me. I mean, if you do the math, it's a solo, and then everybody else is duos. That's going to give you 6 teams and 10 people. Now we're down to 5 other teams, 8 other people right here. And I'm waiting. There's one, right? So now we can wait. We keep waiting because this guy doesn't know that I'm here. This guy doesn't know that I'm here. We see one over to the right. You see just a little bit of movement. I always say this, guys. This isn't Battlefield. Everything is stationary. So if you catch a little glimpse of movement, which you see right here, as he's jumping down, look at the little glimpse of movement to the right. You see just a glimpse of him. This guy can't do anything. Yes, this is where high ground wins you gunfights in the end game. He doesn't have cover. I'm not in the best spot cover-wise, but yeah, I am in power position right here. And look, at the end of the day, I do still have plenty of cover. Be careful, because if you don't put your gas mask on, it's not going to go on until you stop shooting. Now, we still have to get into circle right here. We're still working with cover and power position, right? I still got a little bit of cover here, but I know this is going to get a little bit dicey. Now, I want you to remember this play. I shoot that thing, right? I shoot that body and get no hit markers or anything. There's 2 people right there. We're down to 4 teams, 5 other people. So now we're talking about that's the last duo, and we got a lot of solos. Now, sometimes with end games, guys, you just got to make it playing. You see the gas mask here. Why am I using my gas mask here? Ready? 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, because I have nowhere to go, right? I'm kind of caught in this little bit of no man's land with not a lot of cover, so I'm trying to use my gas mask to see if I can get a few kills. Now, as I push down here, that guy's still alive somehow. I don't know how, and I just have to, like, absolutely make a play here, and then I just get to cover. We've got 3 other teams. We got 4 other people, so there's still a full duo left, and I do get circle pull. So watch how I play this right here. We've got just a little bit of cover. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot right here, so I'm going to rotate this early. As soon as I get that knock, I'm going to push up to a spot that has a little bit more cover, and watch how I use this the rest of the way. Watch how I use this. So we're going to go ahead. There's 1v1v1. There's 1v1. There's the guy to the right side. Now we use our cover. We're just going to wait. Now we got circle pull. We're just going to wait this guy out. I've got cover. I've got power position. He's got to rotate to me. And now we just got to execute and hit shots. Let's go ahead and go into clip number 3, which is my favorite clutch right here. So clip number 3 here is all about the gas plays. But we are going to continue focusing on what we've talked about previously. Positioning, rotations, patience. And the first thing that you want to notice right here with this circle, we are in circle with cover and power position. Anybody rotating in from hydroelectric has to push to our building. Or they've got to rotate left out in the open. We're going to pick up some kills over this way as well. Anybody pushing in from hydro, we are in the power position to get those kills. Same thing that we've been talking about with these end games. I'm going to pick up a lot of kills. Now, real quick, there's one thing that you should take note of in this situation. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to answer right here. 1, 2, 3, which is this building right here. Yes, if somebody wants to play high ground of this building, they still have to rotate to us. But if we let our guard down for just a little bit and somebody plays high ground right here and beams us with an RPK, there's not a whole lot we can do. They can easily fly over from there. I have self-revived, but my teammate doesn't. I'm playing with a random teammate here who's going to be really annoying in a second. Look at where he's pushing, guys. Like, he has absolutely no cover. He's trying to be a maniac right here. I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to clutch the dub by myself. But I'm focusing on everybody that's going to be pushing in from hydro first and foremost. Then once we get that next circle, we'll figure out what we want to do. We're able to get that down. Now, do we use the precision here? I think about it, but I want to save it. You know, even if that guy self-revives, he's still either going to get up where I'll be able to see him, or he's going to have to push over to me. So he's not really in a good spot right here. I decide to save that precision just in case I need it. Now, right here, we're just going to keep waiting. We've got to be careful. We're looking backside here, trying to see what we can find. I know that there's people around here. There's one flying in, and just like that, we're able to pick up 2 kills. We're down to 12 teams and 21 other people. Now, I'm getting shot right here. That's not an issue because I'm in circle with cover and power position. And not only that, right now I have even more cover. I want to play this essentially in a spot where if I go down and something happens, I'm in like the safest position possible. So you're going to see how I make this rotation right here. Watch. I'm waiting. I'm nervous about somebody playing on top of this building. And I'm also thinking people might rotate over. I do want to apologize in advance. My teammate is going to ping for me to buy him back the rest of the game pretty much. And it's going to be really annoying. I apologize. I was dealing with it in game and still had to find a way to clutch through it. But I don't have enough cash for him. So I'm still nervous about somebody right there. Now, once again, guys, we have bird's eye. But like, keep in mind, if you have loadout, you'll have high alert. But I see that 2 are rotating over to the left. So this is where cover matters, and because they get caught rotating late without a car, this is free kills right here, right? They're gonna smoke, which, by the way, I switched to the thermal scope, so they would have been dead either way, but instead, we're just gonna go ahead and use a live ping. There's the live ping right there. We're able to use that. If somebody drops smokes, try to live ping and see if you can get them. Now, we're not gonna worry about the second guy. I'm just gonna worry about taking out the one. We've got 13 kills, 8 other teams, 13 other people left, and I think we're gonna finish with 19 here. My teammate's just so annoying. He's starting to really annoy me right here. Okay, so we got one out in the open. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Circle is going to start closing here in 5 seconds. Now, when we look at the... First of all, somebody just bought back, okay? So when we look at this rotation, guys, there's not a lot of room for me to go here. So I'm going to end up rotating this a little bit late. Watch how I still play my high ground, though, right? Instead of dropping down and rotating on foot, watch how I kind of work my way over this way. I've got to be really careful with my cover, but we're going to play on top of these. And not only that, if you tack sprint, dolphin dive, and then parachute, you get a lot of momentum that I can actually make this jump right here. So we're just going to keep pushing over slowly. Not 100% sure where anybody is, besides there's probably people over this way. The other thing I will say, guys, when you're in buildings, try to close doors as much as possible. So what you're going to see here, and I wanted to jump onto the roof but missed, so we end up playing down low. Shut those doors. If somebody wants to push in, I'm going to hear them push in, right? So we still got to get into zone. And this is where we get a little bit dicey. This is our first gas mask play, guys. When in doubt, use your gas mask. If you're unsure of what to do, just go ahead and use it. So we catch 2 guys right there. We're going to play a little bit unpredictable, which we do catch them right here in a sprint, but they're ready. So now what do? The only thing I can do here is use my gas mask. So I'm just going to push and wait and watch what happens with them. Right? They have no idea where I went. That buys me enough time to be able to get that kill. We're going to go ahead and get the thirst right there. We're at 15 kills, still 6 other teams here. Let's go ahead and quickly loot up just to see if they have anything. And guys, we're going to make this quick, right? I know I've got a little bit of cover here. I've still got 6 other teams, 10 other people. So, and by the way, when we look at this circle, you got to think that there's going to be a bunch of people on this side of the map, right? This is too congested of an area with no cover, where if there were 6 teams in this little area kind of right here, all the fighting would be happening in the world. Instead, there's a bunch of people on the other side who are just still sitting in buildings, scared to rotate. That's essentially what's happening right here. That's why it's so quiet. What do we find? We find the durable, and I want you to remember that durable right there. Now, as we push up, we see both. We're able to get knock number 1. We throw the smoke just as a distraction. We're able to get knock number 2. Only thing here, guys, is be careful of your gas mask. I almost get caught here with the gas mask animation, but we are able to clutch that up. We're down to 4 teams, 5 other people. And there you just see we were able to get that knock first. Then once again, we throw that gas mask on, and we're able to use that. Now, I've just got to play a little bit patient here. I am a little bit nervous about to my right, okay? So 1v1v1v1 at this point, right? Everybody solos. I know people are still rotating in from this way, and I still think there's people over to the right side. Now, I kind of preemptively airstrike that. I kind of force those guys and see if I can maybe get a kill from somebody rotating, but I'm going to go ahead and clear this side, right? I don't want anybody creeping up on my back here, and this is where you got to think about where people might be rotating from. There could have been somebody rotating. If you go back here, there could have been somebody like rotating in here from water, and all of a sudden I get shot and I'm in a bad spot. So here's where we are. This is where we were before we rewound. There could be a bush baby right here. Now let's focus on circle pole. We're once again going to go into what would you do here, right? So we get circle pulled back towards us, and even if we don't get circle pulled, we're still in a really good spot here. But what is your thought process? 3, 2, 1. I mean, what we're focusing on kind of gives this away. But notice the first time we used the gas mask to almost rotate late, right? Because we knew that team was pushing us. The one kind of back here, we rotated late. Right here, we essentially use this to rotate late and make a gas play. Well, this one, we're going to go ahead and use to rotate early. And that early rotation allows us to get in circle with, there's shooting that way. It allows us to get in circle with cover, then power position. And watch how we play this out. You're going to see this twice. We're going to smoke it. Smoke just allows us to get a little bit more cover. Now, officially, we're in circle. We've got a little bit of cover here. We've got a little bit of high ground. There's enemy number 1. Yes, we've got to execute and hit shots. Now we're in a 1v1 situation. I was just kind of shooting there. Now we're in a 1v1. I know he's got to be rotating in. I catch a glimpse of him right there. Didn't get a good jump. So what do we do here? Ready? 3, 2, 1. In circle with cover, then power position. We play the reach out, and now as soon as he doesn't reach out, we're going to get up top on the roof here because it's power position. We get the shots, and just like that, guys, remember, in circle with cover, then power position. Focus on rotating early. Don't be afraid to use your gas mask to rotate early. Don't be afraid to use your gas mask to rotate late. I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.